A new feature to Ledger One is a long-term budgeting and projections page. It allows you to create a budget and then project it out up to 70 years into the future. This lets you see if you are saving enough for retirement and other goals along the way, such as saving for a home purchase or your child's education. Here is an example of a completed projection table. There are 4 main sections that need to have data entered. They are assets, income, liabilities, and expenses. These 4 pieces of data combine to create the graph shown on the results page. First to enter some basic data like birth date, retirement age, and life expectancy. We can also add a growth rate to project our savings and an inflation rate to account for inflation. In this example, the graph is telling us a few things. Our age increases left to right as seen on this line. The retirement date is represented by this yellow line. Our life expectancy is represented by this red line. The large green mountain-shaped graph represents our life savings. You can see it builds to a peak as we reach retirement and then begins to decline as we draw down our savings in retirement. The green bar graphs represent positive cash flow for the year. Red bar graphs represent negative cash flow for the year. You can see in this example, we have positive cash flow before retirement and negative cash flow after retirement. This dip, which occurs at age 50, represents a large drawdown of assets to pay for a child's education. This declining line represents all loans and debts. You can see that as loans are paid off, the line declines, eventually going to 0 when all loans are paid. The most important thing to be learned from this graph is that the savings level at retirement is sufficient to last through life expectancy, with a little left over for heirs or charitable contributions. Here's how to build a projection graph for yourself. On the blank projections table, start adding all your financial information. Most of this data is already in Ledger One. For example, in the income section, we'll enter our monthly net income. In the expense section, we'll enter our monthly expenses. For payments that are not made monthly, we can use these skip boxes to specify the exact payment months. We also need to add in all of our loans and credit accounts in the liabilities section. We just need to select the account name from the drop-down menu, and Ledger One fills in the balance for us. We'll follow a similar process for the assets section. When all the data is entered, we can begin to see a clearer financial picture. Various views are available using this drop-down menu at the top of the page. For example, we can view all our activity either by month or by year. We can also view our account balances by month or year. Over on the results page, we can see the graphical result of all the data we entered. We can now begin to change some assumptions to see how they impact our projected retirement savings. For example, by applying an interest rate to our annual savings, we can see how compounded interest works in our favor. We can also add an inflation rate to see how inflation works against us. Alternatively, we can set the graph to show all results in today's inflation-adjusted dollars. If you're familiar with Excel's built-in what-if analysis, you can learn how to compare up to 5 different scenarios using these buttons. For more information on how to use all the features included on the projections page, go to the tutorials section of ledgerone.com. These tutorials will show you how to model and project lots of different assets, such as 401k plans or IRAs, annuities, real estate, and more. This concludes our video. Questions and comments can be sent to the address shown on the screen. Thanks for watching.